Alrighty, I just want to share with you my night machine. I've got a Terex 600 Nitro, one I couldn't sell on Counter Talk. It sort of surprised me a bit, but you must have to give these things away to get rid of them. I've got a combination of Align night ropes and an arrangement on the side of the canopy, and as you can see I've got the high intensity LEDs around the outside of the fuselage. We have a look on the inside, lots of cable ties and a bit of writing there to help me remember what I've done. The Align drivers are tucked in neatly there. These will be driven off a 3-cell LiPo. The Align drivers, we've got plenty of hot glue to stop the cables coming loose and rubbing on anything. On the ends of the LEDs we've got wires to connect the positives and the negatives back up again, so everything's in a loop. It's a bit out of focus there, and that's all the way around. And there's hot glue holding the wires down so they don't come apart. Down the front there, on the nose, I'll get that back away so it'll focus a bit. And down the side we've got more light ropes down this side as well. The plan was to have the night ropes plugged in and they're left on. They're not controllable. The idea was as a redundancy system. If the switchable system, the LEDs, went off for whatever reason, at least we still had some light in the form of the light ropes, or in the fact that if the light ropes go out, I should still have the LEDs because they're on a separate loop. Alright, we'll work from the front back on the Terex 600 Nitro. We've got some LEDs on the legs there. It'd be nice to put them along the skids, and I may do that just yet. But this is how it's currently set up. We've got white LEDs on the bottom there, and white ones on the bottom there for landing lights basically. We've got wires from the receiver on 2 channels running down the back here, and I have got 2 separate simple brushed speed controllers mounted in the back there, and I've got the outputs coming off, one of which is on a switch on the DX8 and the other one's on the potentiometer on, where is it, that knob there, so I can vary the brightness in flight or even turn them off. It's not hooked up at the moment, but I've got LEDs, they're all the same colour. I think these are green at the moment, running down the boom. I've got a separate colour on the vertical fin. I can't remember what colour that is at the moment. Same on that side. And you can see the wiring to run all them LEDs. There's 3 sets of LEDs around the boom, so it can be viewed, all the lights can be seen from each angle. And they're all looped together, all in parallel, so if I lose one, all the others will still go, so they're all in parallel. Now, that was a big job to put them on there, because when I stuck them on there it bent them and it broke the contacts on each one. Not each one, but there's a little resistor just there on these strips, and it broke the contact on just about every one of them, and I had to go over and solder with a tiny little soldering iron, very low heat, and just resolder them up to make that work. I put white tail blades on the machine, hoping that the LEDs will reflect off the white blades, just to make it a bit easier to see. On the head we've got the funky Rotortech 3D night blades with the replaceable pack under the bottom there. Quite a nice blade, they look quite good, easy to see. I've got to fit a regulator to this machine. I pinched it out of here to get another machine going. I'll endeavour to find one and give you a demo. Alrighty, I couldn't find a regulator, so I've just pinched a 6 volt pack out of one of my nitro cards just for the demonstration. We've got a 3-cell LiPo up in there, a silver one you may have seen sitting on the bottom, and then this Dean's plug here, it goes to the 2 brushed speed controllers, and there's another wire there. That one plugs into these. It's got a JST wire lead on there, which plugs into the align ropes. Now, plug these in. Turn the lights out as well a bit to make it easier to see. Righto. The LEDs just give me a bit of a flash to let me know the speed controller's armed, and the night ropes stay on permanently now, and they're running off that 3-cell LiPo. We've got one night rope there off the 3-cell LiPo with one driver driving it, and we've got one over here on a separate driver with the light ropes over here. Now, over on the DX8, we have a look at that knob there. If I wind that one round, you can see me moving it. See if I can get it in the shot. The LEDs will come on like that. They're quite bright, and they get really bright if I wind the knob all the way around. That's a bit too bright for night flying, so we just dim it off. Right off, right off, right off. And you get a fine adjustment until they go out, obviously. But I probably think the dullest will be the go, but you can turn them on and off or adjust the brightness in flight. Now that is quite bright through the camera. It's not as bright in real lifey. Got some red ones on the bottom. Just turn them down a bit, not that way. Just so they flick on. Down the boom, we've got the green ones either side, and we've got orange on the tail there. And our brush speed controls are wrapped up inside there. I've got to do a little bit more to sort the wiring out there and make that a bit neater. And I've got to get a regulator for this thing, obviously. And she's good to go. Nice and bright again. That's just too bright. That's your eyes, that stuff does. Back it off a bit. Back it off. And if you could, I suppose, you can turn that knob while you're flying, you can turn them on and off, but